sur mon lit à bouffer sa langue en buvant prends mon whisky. Quant à moi, peu dormi, vie débris, mais j'ai dû dormir dans la gouttière où j'ai eu un flash. En 4 couleurs. Allez hop, un matin, une louloute est venue chez moi, poupée de cellophane, cheveux chinois, un sparadrap, une gueule de bois.
G'day tubers, how are we people? Well, we're off on another adventure. As I promised you we wanted to go to Western Australia. I lied. You can't get out of Victoria due to the virus. So thanks to all those wonderful people that brought the virus to us. One particular nation, I won't name it, you can guess for yourself. And thanks to all those BLM protesters in Melbourne, that probably helped spread it all as well and get Victoria's numbers back up. Anyway, people, how are we? Hope we're all good. Thank you to my subscribers, all 10 of you. I do appreciate it. We're going to do a bit of gold prospecting for a couple of weeks now. I know you're going to say, Mick, you've done all this, rah, rah, rah. Yeah, you're right. I had to get away from the house. I'm not working at the moment. I thought, right, going to get away, do a bit of prospecting. So we're back in Maryborough. You'll probably remember part 31, I think it was, in the videos was Maryborough. So we're back in that caravan park, lovely caravan park. So we're going to do a bit more prospecting, have a look around. Maybe not so much for gold. I'm going to concentrate more on relics and old bits and pieces. We had a real good time digging them up last time, so we're going to try that again. But, here we go. Let's see what happens, people.
Tubers, as you know, we're back in Maryborough, and we came to this spot last year and dug up all sorts of really old knickknacks, bits and pieces, horse harnessing equipment, all that. We've had another bit of a scratch around, a few more bits and pieces, plenty of stuff laying on the ground, you know, old building materials, that sort of thing. And that gives you probably an indication that, yes, there was something going on here. But look, it's mostly just scrap iron. I'm not convinced there is any gold around here, but I'm just as happy to dig up the relics. Just as much fun. Tell you what, guys, you start driving around and having a look around. And look at all this rubbish that someone's dumped, but if you look real closely at it, some of it looks pretty old. For example, have a look at this bottle. I mean, look at the shape of it. Incredible. Look at that one. Been melted in a fire or something. Don't know what it is, but some of it looks real old and others of it is pretty new. Yeah, I don't know. It's a shame they're all busted. Same thing here, tubers. Another little pile. Once again, some of it looks old and some of it looks new. Very strange. I don't know. It's, you know, even appears to be, that looks like an insulator, an old electrical insulator. Gee, it's broken, have a look at it, yeah. It's a shame. Well, the things you find out here in the bush, eh? Just come across this spot, tubers. This is the Talisman Mine. Obviously someone's been here before. But yeah, it looks like there was a fair bit of digging going on. A few concrete structures about the place. They're obviously digging for something. We're going to have a scratch around here, but we're not going to look for gold. As I say, I reckon we might do better looking for little trinkets. I mean, there's obviously been a lot of people here at some point. And judging by the paramesh over there, there's been some people not too long ago. But maybe just worth a while scratching around a bit. You never know what little old bits and pieces we might find.
Well, guys, the first day's digging in Maryborough, the bits and pieces as usual. Some interesting pottery with some interesting markings. The dates look real, and they're back in the 30s. A big horseshoe and a little one, so it must have been brother and sister. Some old nails, bits and pieces, the usual junk. Nothing that even closely resembles a bit of gold. But I did get, good signal on this thing, and it was actually works of an old clock. Probably brass, hence the really good signal or gold signal. But yeah, I'll chuck it in the ultrasonic cleaner when I get home and see what it comes up. Look, it's a bit dented and smashed, but it's still interesting. You never know.
Tubers, just dug this up. And the things you find. It's a nut and bolt, but have a look at the size of it. That pick that you're looking at is about 500 millimetres long, 500 or 600 millimetres long. So that is just a massive bolt. Have a look at it. What do you reckon that was holding down? Tubers, not only did I dig up one, I dug up three. But they seem to have that bend there, that's consistent in the three of them. And I'm just wondering what they would have bent that for. It's a specific bend. Don't know. Bloody big bolts though. Hey tubers, this is what's known as the old miner's hut. And yeah, I suppose it was one bloke living here. I don't know how many, but yeah, you can see there's a bit of workings going on over the back there. But yeah, he's built this up out of all the local rock, I suppose, and mixed up the cement and mortar himself. Yeah, what a job. I don't know, guys. It's just a feeling, but I think someone's been here before. Another one of these spots in the middle of nowhere, tubers. Looks like cyanide tanks, I think they used to use to separate the gold or something. That looks like some sort of old boiler. But yeah, must have been something going on here. We're going to try our luck for some old trinkets. And over here, I suppose it all ran off into here and ran down there somewhere, I suppose. Don't know. Yeah, we'll have a look around. Interesting one, tubers. This is still at that place where they had I think the cyanide pots. Must have been pulling something pretty heavy here. They've got this bit of wire rope wrapped around this tree, but if you watch it, it goes into this one. It's been completely grown over. There's a bit of it there, and then it comes out there. So yeah, she's completely grown in. Must have been there for some time. A few other bits and pieces of you know, part of heavy equipment. I don't know what this huge steel bar is. It weighs a ton. I dug that up. All sorts of other bits and pieces. So yeah, there's definitely been some heavy work going on here. Another of these old sites tubers. That's a machinery foundation of some sort. old bit of pipe there, and the way it's pointing sort of points over at that pond or that dam over there, so something must have been going on around here. We might have a bit of a scratch around.
G'day tubers, and welcome to another episode of Successful Australian Introductions. Well, we've got a bit of an old favourite today, is the Indian myna bird, basically from Asia. He, or she, or it, I'll say it because it's a bugger of a thing, was introduced into Australia in the 1880s during a massive locust plague, apparently. They were also released around Melbourne market gardens. Basically, they ate everything but the locusts and all that sort of thing, and went on to become a real pain in the backside. Have no hesitation in taking them out with your air rifles, legally. The other beautiful thing they do is when they decide to breed, they will actually kick other birds out of their nests, sometimes even killing them. And apparently they have been known to get rid of small sugar gliders, that sort of thing, as well as large possums, basically driving them mad until they go. Well, that's another successful introduction. I'm sure if you think real hard, you can think of a few more. See you next time. Yeah, lovely, isn't it? Yeah, there's plenty of things that should never have been brought to Australia. Anyway, that's another subject, guys. This is just about it. It's a real short one. We've only been gone for a week, and we're going to head back to Melbourne. In the midst of the virus, we've got to go through the western suburbs, and half of them are all going into lockdown tonight, I think. So that's going to be interesting, but we'll be sticking to the freeway and all of that, so there shouldn't be any trouble getting home. I don't know if we're going to get to Western Australia this year. The way Victoria's going with this COVID-19 cases, it's getting pretty ugly. But we're going to do a few trips in Victoria. We might head down the coast next time, and it won't be too far away. It might be, within a month or so. We'll just see. I might get out again and just head down the coast and get on the beach and have a look around. Anyway, guys, we shall see you in part 41. Thank you to my subscribers, and hope you're all well. Keep away from the virus, and we'll see you next time, people.